Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. Today we're going to be discussing the Orville Episode 10, Firestorm. Directed by Brandon Braga, who did the Krill episode, a rather dark one I enjoyed, and written by Cherry Chevapravit Doomrong. You can't be serious with that name. It has 18 letters in it. It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. That said, he did a great job writing this episode. It starts out dark and heavy with the Orville trapped in a storm that's causing significant damage to engineering section. Hell, our chief engineer loses his best friend to not one but two pillars.
And it's fitting that his last name was Payne because he probably died in a lot of it.
Alara then goes to help, but then an explosion happens in front of her, which makes her freeze for like 5 seconds. And then we learn that it was a childhood trauma past, that when she was a little baby, there was a fire in her house, and she doesn't remember it, but I guess subconsciously it's still affecting her today. She blames herself a lot in this episode, and this is totally where she could have used a supportive boyfriend. And then we get that amazing surprise when she calls home.
Maybe this is a sign.
What do you mean?
I mean that maybe it's time to come home and get your degree.
I can't wait for that awkward trip home episode or that visiting parents episode. I mean, give me more Picardo. I love the blend of seriousness with humor in this. I mean, this was a good episode for just about everybody, but especially Alara, and she had that touching moment with her mom. When Alara runs into the clown, things get weird and creepy. I was relieved when I saw on the video monitor that everybody else could see it. And how about Lamar being afraid of clowns? That was pretty good.
Was it like a circus clown or a hobo clown or what?
What's the difference?
Hobo clowns are the most dangerous because they're hungry.
In these episodes, you know you're going to get an explanation to make sense of everything, but I was really buying in, and they did a solid job of building up suspense. Next, we move beyond the clown and some other fears that start to emerge and become real on the ship. The doctor goes crazy, and she killed Nurse Park. This upset me. I mean, sure, he's an expendable character, but you know, it's important to build your secondary characters, and he's cool. He solves problems. Penny Johnson did a great job. Claire was so creepy, and I was fully prepared for this episode just to continue along being dark and have some serious consequences at the end of it.
Do you ever sit in your quarters and look out the window? Do you ever stop and watch the darkness out there?
We get some more fears manifesting, and Alara's completely alone. It really reminded me of the TNG episode with Beverly Crusher called Remember Me. I think it was season 4 or episode 5. But we've had many of those episodes in the past where, you know, Kirk's been all alone. I mean, we've even had TNG episodes where Picard did the exact same thing Kelly did, where he steps out the turbo lift, where she stepped into her quarters, and it's just nothing but space. And I'm not knocking the Orville on doing that. I mean, I want to see more Trek things like that. I mean, a lot of the times it would just be like a solo person on the ship because it's a budgetary thing. I mean, they want to save some money, but that wasn't even this episode. This episode had special effects, it had the whole crew, it had a great story. Near the end of the episode, we get Evil Isaac with red eyes and Alara in badass mode. And when she's running through the corridors and we pull back and see it's a holographic projection with Ed, Kelly, the Doctor, and Isaac watching, it all starts to make sense. However, Evil Isaac, why didn't you step back before you blew that crate up? I mean, you were pretty close. I'm pretty sure you got engulfed by the flames. In the end, we learned that Alara got Isaac to set this all up in the simulator so she could face multiple fears so that she doesn't freeze the next time she's in those situations. I want to do that. I mean, not that I'm freezing over any major fears here, but I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. Set yourself up in the simulator and just keep going back till you pass it. Keep testing yourself. I mean, I guess there's always the gym or, you know, video games, but who's got time for that? And this looks like a lot more fun to be dealing with. All in all, and I think this goes unsaid, each episode of the Orville just keeps getting better. I love that we got Picardo, and the blending of the humor and seriousness just seems not to miss a beat.
There is an alligator in the cargo bay. I successfully crushed it with a chair.
And although we learn a lot of important things in this episode, like Claire can be really creepy, and what Alara wears to bed, I think the most important takeaway is that Nurse Park is gonna be alright. Well, as always, thanks for watching.